Hey, what's up guys, TechTitan here and I'm back again with a brand new video. So before I begin talking about the S24 and the Galaxy A35, I just want to quickly thank anybody for even watching this video. Leave a thumbs up, also make sure you subscribe and share the content. Let this channel grow. So with that being said, today we're going to be comparing the Samsung Galaxy A35 5G to the Galaxy S24. Now some of you might be thinking, well, that's a dumb comparison, it doesn't even make sense. But hear me out, my ideology behind this comparison is to show you guys that flagship phones and kind of mid-range devices are getting closer and closer to each other. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first category here is going to be the design itself, beginning with the Samsung Galaxy S24. So basically, I really enjoyed the S24's design. First of all, this is a very compact phone, so it's not really a big phone or anything crazy like that. The back is very, very slippery, so keep that in mind, but the sides do provide a nice grip. And I feel like because of its compact form factor, it's a little bit more difficult for this phone to be on like the slippery hand side, depending on how you hold it. So the right hand side does have your power button / volume up and down, since this phone also has like these subtle curved edges that help with the grip of the phone as well. The back has your triple camera setup with your main sensor, ultra wide, as well as a telephoto sensor. More on the camera in a little bit. Also on the bottom of the phone, you know you have a premium phone when there is no headphone jack. So basically you get your bottom facing speaker as well as your USB-C port and your SIM card tool as well as a microphone. So overall though, as a design, this is definitely a really good looking, it might look simple, but at the end of the day, this is still a really nice compact phone and I enjoyed using it. Now switching to the Galaxy A35, kind of a similar kind of design, however on a much larger form factor and a glossy surface that does catch fingerprints, so that's up to you to decide whether it's a good thing or a bad thing on your end. The back also has a triple camera setup, and on the bottom of the phone, you do get USB-C port as well as your bottom facing speaker and a microphone. The top hand side does have your SIM card tool and it's similarly curved, except the sides are made out of plastic versus metal on the Galaxy S24. And a subtle also change would be these kind of curved edges on the side. Now putting these phones kind of side by side, you'll see that one has kind of a matte surface where the other has a glossy surface. One is larger, one is more compact, but in my opinion, the materials and the fact that the S24, by the way, is extremely light and it comes in at 167 grams versus 209 grams that of the A35. So moving on to the display department, the display of the S24 is definitely the better screen, no doubt about it. First of all, you get a 6.2 inch display where the resolution is 2340 by 1080p, and both of these phones are, by the way, at 1080p screens, but the reason I would lean a little bit more towards the S24 is in its brightness. So this phone does have a peak brightness 2600 nits. You do also get the ability to have HDR10 plus 120 hertz of refresh rate, and the A35 is no slouch either, by the way. So it is also a 1080p AMOLED display. However, your peak brightness is 1000 nits and you don't get the ability to have HDR10 plus, but you do still get a kind of 120 hertz refresh rate. So it's kind of crazy to even think about it out loud, to see that the main or major differences in the display are not that dramatic, which makes these phones closer and closer to each other. Okay, so switching the conversation to the performance now, no doubt about it, this time around is where you're really going to see a big difference. So the Galaxy S24 does have the latest and greatest technology when it comes to specs. So you do have your Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor. It's an 8-core CPU, Adreno 750, 8 gigabytes of standard RAM, 128 gig of base storage. And the performance on the A35 does supply you with a much more cheaper processor, so it does have the Exynos 1280. It does have a base RAM of 6 gigabytes. Now, my experience is, I'm not going to sit here and waste your guys' time. I'll tell you the bottom line. The performance on the S24 was way better. The daily tasks may seem a little bit similar, but when it comes to kind of heavy demanding tasks, the S24 just takes it to a whole different ballpark. And yeah, in the long run, the performance on the S24 is going to definitely beat the Galaxy A35. Another category where the S24 will shine over the A35 would be in the camera category. So you have a triple camera setup on the S24 that keeps up with the flagships. The Galaxy A35's camera system is not, it's good for its price, right? It's a mid-range device. It's a $399 device. That's what it's good for. The S24 does have it beat in the kind of telephoto lens. Your main sensor is better. Even the ability to shoot extreme scenarios such as 8K, and the stabilization is better on the Galaxy S24. But that is to be expected with kind of these phones. Now, if I were to kind of leave you guys with sort of a final thought, it would be this. The whole comparison is not to tell you that the A35 is better than the S24, because we know damn well that's not true. But the point of the video is to show you that this is, at the end of the day, a $399 device versus kind of a $829 MSRP S24. So these phones do have a massive price difference. However, day by day, year by year, I should say, the mid-range devices are getting better and better and better. So they might be closing in on the competition. So with that being said, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Let me know. Did you enjoy this video? Did you hate this video? What do you want to see on this channel in the future? Let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. I appreciate you all so much for watching. We're out.